So before we start the panel, let me ask one question. How many of you feel that physical transaction or in-store transaction still are like like is still dominant versus online transaction? Anybody wants to raise hands? Like if they feel that it is more than 90%?
I think it's a
Okay.
bit of 80.
Okay. All right. So, pretty much like if we see today's world, more and more people are in the online world. Like approximately 90% of internet population comes via mobile, but still 82% of the transactions still happens in the physical store. And to comment on that, we have Parayan, who leads marketing for Alpha Mart. He's going to discuss exactly like how they tap the online users to drive offline transactions. And we have Puri, who leads digital marketing for Lion Wings. She's going to talk about how they tap on to the online offline user behavior into their digital marketing campaigns. And Rohan is going to talk about how exactly we can talk about attribution modeling in the online to offline campaigns. To begin, let me just share some thoughts. So as we see that more than 70% of the internet users are coming via mobile devices, but more and more purchase happens in the offline world. So we really need to understand how do we connect these two worlds together, which is online and the offline. And what really it means is that we actually entice users in the online world and drive transactions in the offline world. So this is what online to offline marketing is all about. And 80% of the Indonesians actually change their mindset when they actually are at a store by looking at something on their mobile devices. So let's say I went to a store, I'm planning to buy A, but I just browse on mobile device and I change my mind and buy something else. So that is the reason why it is so important that when you actually market for the offline purchases also, you need to cater to the online behavior as well of a user. So to go deeper on this, Parayan can actually talk more how exactly they tackle this at Alphamart.
Okay, thank you, Prasan. We identified in recent years there's a big change in shopping behavior. That's now, I think, more frequent to visit stores and the quantity getting lesser than before. So for our format, mini market format, we gain advantage in this condition. Mostly like 2 up to 3 times per week the shoppers comes to our stores. And second, we also identify the omni channels. Now shoppers, they prefer to more than three trade sectors before MT, GT, online. So now become to more omni-channel shoppers. That is the we are facing now with the new disruption in our shoppers. And then smart shoppers. Shoppers getting smarter and smarter because of the e-money wallet, many offering now. So easier for them to compare one to another, which banners offers the best price for them. So now more sensitive to see which retail and which the program with the offering. And now also we identify the digital savvy. The role of mobile phone become huge because now easier for them to see the promotion what they're offering through mobile phone. And then online and e-commerce also grow very fast. We also identified that I think 50% of grocery shoppers experience in buying through online. Okay, but the challenge now, how to create the online activation and convert them to become offline transaction. That's our part. How mobile activation advertising and data mining will be the parts. If you are the marketer, your brand management, you can do anything, how to engage, like, share millions. But without transaction, without convert into sales, that's mean nothing. Because at the end, the objective of business is how to create transaction. So our objective in Alphamart now with our program, how to convert all the online activation through data mining, how to personalize and translate into digital activities, and how to attract our shoppers come to our store to run or to do offline transaction. In our case, it's very easy because we can trace the data from activation, and with the voucher, we can measure how many that get exposed with online activation coming to our store and redeem the vouchers to offline transactions. Okay, and next, yeah. Recently, we acquired Global Loyalty Indonesia before controlled by Japanese team. But now the role of GLI, I call that Global Loyalty Indonesia, become the subsidiaries of Alfamart because we more focus on consumer exploration in data and digital. Now with GLI, we operate for Alfamart more than 11 million member data. We know who are they, when they purchase, not only the merchandise item, but also when they pay what installment, credit for phone, what payment, many things. The member, Alfamart, we have 11 millions, Alphamidi 2 millions, 3 millions. Second, we also have the transaction data, even every single SKU. So to make a statistical model, it's much easier for us because we know for sure, and we can predict which member will fit with what product. Third, we also have market data. The market see the seasonal, the progress of the category, we can see all the data. And fourth, about the brand knowledge. You know, we discuss very frequent with the brand owners to understand what the brand priorities, what the brand needs. And then now we can do what quantitative and qualitative analysis. We also now hired scientists, data scientists back here, data scientists to do analytical. And also through our application, we try to install machine learning. So we can make a prediction model through the mobile, what the affinity, what else, what the future shoppers, how to convert them, and to give them the best offer that fit with their profile, with their persona. This, we have the insight, and then we can run digital activation through any platform or our platform, AlphaGift, or we can do like offline activation or promo at in-store promo. Okay. Then the most important also is our collaboration. How to make the collaboration with the e-commerce platform. Like now, like we make like, with Blibli or Lazada and the other e-commerce platform, because we have advantage with the network and stocks. If you deal with the e-commerce, they have NOx capability and no stocks capability, and also how to mix become the aggregator. In our parts will be what delivery as the last mile cost for most of e-commerce, and also how to aggregate all the orders, and also the principal CRM. We made a lot of collaboration with CRM principal. You have their CRM program. We have data, how to combine to more effective program. And also digital agency. Many of you here, I think we run a program with digital agency. And then the payment financial, we in collaboration with GoPay and the other financial to make more targeted, and I think with our machine learning now become sharper and sharper to understand who are the shoppers and what their needs. Next, this is our new launches, AlphaGift. Almost 500,000 now, 1 month after the launching, the downloaders. We equip with recommendation engine, you know, based on your behavior, because we know what time you buy this product, when you buy, what the cluster, consumer cluster now easier to make through machine learning. Second, how to personalize, because male and female you have to personalize. Millennials and non-millennials, we have to personalize based on their behavior, purchase behavior. And then the Alpha Stamp. Before we set Alpha Stamp in the separate apps, but now we want to install in one AlphaGift, become the super apps for us. Also the Alpha Star. Before we running like microsite in our website, but now we try to unify all the apps in one super apps. So the Alpha Star racing program, all the loyalty program, we can combine in one alpha GIF and also the store location. This is we call the 4.0, but the 4.1, 4.2, I think soon will be released because we know the recent development push us to keep improving the capability of these apps. Then this is some our partnership with InMobi. We run a program with Festive, but Festive program, and also with our Alpha GIF and many collaboration with the other brands. Okay.
Yeah, so I think as Parayan mentioned, it's all about connecting data and then understanding your users better and then reaching out to them in a very personalized way so that they can actually transact at the right time, at the right location. So Rohan, a question for you. So how does performance marketing, or what does performance marketing mean for a lot of brands which are not doing things online for a digital campaign?
Interesting question. So we have a lot of brands which are brick and mortar, especially CPG, FMCGs, telcos, which have shops and retail shops where consumer have to go and purchase. And whenever they run digital campaigns, it's always a challenge with them that how many are the conversions that they are getting on a retail store. And we always are trying to build a framework around it as to what we can do to improve. Uh, and performance marketing can be, you have your click metrics and your visits, and all of that metrics are absolutely there, but there's a gap which I feel is the measurement which is not in place. Like Parayan mentioned, one of the examples, I'll keep it short, is that he mentioned about vouchers to be redeemed for CPG or any brand which is a retailer. Now we have had experiences working with location-based companies. And it's a funny example. So we ran it for one of our retail stores. In 2 weeks, there only came 2 voucher redemptions. And one of the voucher redemptions was the guy who was the sales guy who pitched it to me. So you can imagine, like, we've had that instance. And I'll give you another one, which is one of our CPG brands. When we ran it with them on an Alpha Mart in a specific city, which is Bandung, suddenly we had 50 purchase that came in. So you have your success stories as well as your failure stories, and you always want to, see what is the benchmark or the framework that you would put across when you're telling to brands, hey, I have your digital budgets here, but I don't know how to measure how many people will land on the retail store. And which is why on a global phenomena, brands like P&Gs and Unilevers are saying, hey, digital is not working for us because we are outlet. But they still want to invest in e-commerce, and e-commerce is a boom, and we know that there's a lot of companies which rely on online transactions. But online to offline is still a big step, I would say, we need to do. And that's why it's a disruption that we need to have. It's a new framework, it's a new model, it's a new currency that we need to build across. And performance is, as you guys and we all do performance marketing, it's all your metrics based, which is typically aligned with everyone.
Great. So new currency, online to offline. That's what we need to disrupt the market with. So Puri, a question for you. How do you bring basics of online user behavior in your digital campaigns? How do you really understand your users and then target your digital campaigns accordingly?
So we realize the consumer behavior has changed, and thanks to mobile, currently our consumers is touch their devices more than 150 times a day, and they are using their gadget for pre-purchase in store and also post-purchase life cycle. If we talk about mobile and technology, we talk about data, but as a marketers, we have to understand there is a difference between data, information, and knowledge. Next slide. Yes, next slide. So, in order to create, understand the consumers, as marketers, not only we understand better about these 3 key elements, we have also to maximize the information and getting knowledge more from the information in your investment analytics data. So uh, these parameters analytics can lead into wisdom decision. So in line wings, we have to consider not only as marketing, but also all of the channel distribution. Next. Um, Best practice that we learn first is mobile. Transform the conventional ecosystem into the multi-technology innovation. Second, we have also considered the touch point because maximizing the brand presence have to be everywhere, from street to online device, website, application, social media, in order to create brand engagement. And third, avoid the netizen julid because if we are not considers about the um, the, the price, different prices, and not put the different clear beneficial for them, it will ruin up our brand's engagement too. And then the next one is always being flexible. Why? Because consumer can switch their purchase behavior. So I think being flexible is have to be doing by the brand. And the moment we have to be, as you know, the moment is really crucial. It's really matter. Why? Be part of your consumer journey, and we have to be identify the innovation or any tools that can make brand interact more with consumers. Next slide. So we also acknowledge the channel combination to touch our audience in order to more deliver optimization and then a better sales transaction. I think that's the point.
That's great. So, Rohan, when you said we need to create a new digital currency, what are your thought starters on that? Like, what would be that digital currency for online to offline marketing?
So it's important to, there are two steps in this. Like you need to learn and you need to act. So like when we learned from our experiences, whether the success stories or the failure ones, we need to learn from it and start implementing it in a manner where we can actually say that, hey, Mr. Brand, you have X dollars, and I can tell you Y number of people will come to your stores, and there'll be Z number of transactions that will happen. So it's important for me to give, as a media person, these benchmarks or these numbers to my client in order to convince them that, hey, this is a success that'll like how you say in a activity that I will do mobile downloads for you and I will get you a CPI of this and the retentions of this or the numbers of active users or MAUs of this and this. Same way on an online to offline, I should be able to genuinely say that these are the number of actual consumers that will end up on my retail stores after I'm planning a campaign on that matter. So it's important for any brands to not feel disheartened and say, oh, my location did not work, oh, my campaign did not work. Hey, this is just a start. And in start, you always will have failures. And then you keep on succeeding to the part where you can actually, for surety, say that these are the numbers or these are the achievements of my KPI that I can fulfill with my online channel. So it's important to learn and to act on it. If you will not, your competitors will. So there's always the competition who will keep on learning and will create those benchmarks, or you can say a framework of sort, which will help them, like I said, on a new currency for them to buy online media. Or else we'll always be in a bubble where we are not justifying the media budgets that we spend for retail brands or or brands which are brick and mortar stores. So it's important to do that, and it's like we say, it's better decisions faster. So you want to take that into account when we talk about retail in particular.
Right. So Parayan, like one thing which he highlighted, like, the brands need to try and see how exactly this works, and over a period of time you will learn, otherwise the competition will move ahead. So one of the things when I keep talking to brands here is that, people want to try this online couponing thing. So they will show a coupon on a rich media ad, and users would go to the store. So how difficult it is for you to manage that infrastructure behind, like, user coming with a voucher code on a phone and redeeming it. Is it really difficult, or how do you connect this transaction with your CRM or the brand CRM?
Okay, for me, couponing is very easy. Anyone can do this couponing program. No need marketers. No need to learn marketing. If you give coupon for free or 80% discount, I guarantee in 1 hour will be finished. But the biggest challenge now, because I think most of the brands have no thorough or complete journey of their shoppers. We need to collaborate to understand what the shopper journey. First, you need to understand your brand. Back to marketing theory. More feel, more think. High involvement or low involvement. That's the biggest matrix. If your snacks, okay, low involvement means that you have to combine in-store experience, branding, and also maybe gamification. If your products more think or more think, means that more involvement. That means it's all about education. It's not only the couponing, but how to educate, how to transfer the functional benefit of your products. That means, and then if you have the knowledge, you can discuss together. We can discuss together, and we make the total journey of the shoppers. Now the difficult, most of brands or even retail or agency, we operate like silo. I only conversion, I only do awareness. This is only the awareness. This is engagement. No one give the clear map to see the total journey. What the post-purchase? What else? How to create them from the shoppers to become the advocates or the recommenders. I think this is the biggest challenge for us, for the marketer. Most of the marketer here, how to make the linkage between the states, online, offline, how to map them, how to get experience. This is your part, this is my part of retail, this is the part of advertisement, this is the part of the brand, this is the part of traditional media. Of
Yeah,
course,
agree.
this is the
We need to come
challenge.
together to figure out the solution to it. Absolutely.
Because digital not only redeem in couponing. This no need dah. And it is very very easy. Everybody can. I can guarantee if you go free coupon for me, I can finish it with
Yeah,
all
we're all
14,000 stores. 1 hour
Gila about
finish.
offers.
But this is we engage all the agency or brands. Let's together to put your thorough journey of your shoppers, and then we can share which one your part. This is the mobile parts. This is our retail parts. This is the all traditional parts. This is TV parts, and see how the purchase and the post-purchase to get them to become to your brand loyalists.
Great. So no more discounts. It's all about connecting data. So with this, we summarize this. Basically, for online to offline marketing, data is the most important piece. You really need to understand your users, and once you do that, be relevant with your advertising and personalized messaging so that the sales happen. And Parayan will guarantee the sales will happen. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause?